I actually focused on learning to do nothing because I had done something for so many years, so much, that I thought this is an opportunity to be allowing and to not have to put everything together, not have to make things happen, and not be in control. And it took a good long time.
The reason that we are having such a good time with you is because we want to put forth the idea that deliberately doing nothing is doing something. And that it is the smartest thing that you could ever do, because in deliberately doing nothing, you are deliberately reaching for the state of allowing, which allows everything that you've ever wanted to come into place. When you realize that in everything that you've been living, you've been asking. And so Source, who adores you and hears you and understands you and is answering you, is responding in the steady, consistent way that it is, that when you decide finally, and usually you have to beat yourself up pretty good before you come to that place, but when you finally decide that you are going to afford yourself a block of time where you do not push yourself to do something that you do not want to do, or where you do not force yourself to do something when you would rather not do it, but instead you choose what feels best to you, then all kinds of things come into place. And we were also teasing with you a little bit because we know that when you make the decision to do nothing and you get into that place of allowing, that then all kinds of inspiration to do things comes forth, because it isn't about doing nothing, it's about feeling better about what you are doing. What we would like to say to all of you about this is that that really is the way your life is supposed to be. It's what you had in mind when you came forth into these bodies. You knew that this was an environment that had the potential to surprise and delight you in endless ways. You never said, I'll go forth and pay a price. And once I've paid a big enough price, I will allow myself a little bit of pleasure in return for the hardship. Because from your non-physical perspective, you understand that that is not the way it works. In other words, we would like all of you to assume the identity of one who is on an endless cruise, or one who is on an endless beach, or one who is on an endless path of beaches and cruises and interesting things and interesting people and interesting subjects and wonderful, adventurous, delicious, wonderful things to do. In other words, we would like you to adopt that as your identity. And it takes some living of the other to spike that desire enough that you begin to do that, but there is no reason for you to have less than one joyful moment after one joyful moment after one joyful moment. You do not have to dip back in to the unwanted.